The concepts that are being discussed here have been in the design phase within my company for about 5 years. 5 years ago, we put together a huge R&D project, which was actually unheard of in the carbon manufacturing scene. We knew that the industry was changing. We knew that in 10 years we would lose 60% of the knowledge base. It's called the big knowledge gap in the oil and gas field. So as National Oil Well of ARCO, I always tried to stay one step ahead, realized that just manufacturing large pieces of steel was only going to carry them so far into the future. So they put together a small research team to see how we can bridge that gap, how we can lead into the future. And we knew that it would have to be evolutionary. We couldn't redesign equipment. Humans would have to play a very important part of the loop. Sensors that we use today just aren't smart enough to provide the type of feedback. So we had to come up with an architecture that really allowed us to evolve over time and eventually produce a completely autonomous drilling system. I think the largest digitalization challenge that manufacturers face today is that people want to log every piece of data that's created, and they don't really understand why they're logging that data. I think what manufacturing really needs to understand is the context. A lot of processing that's done today is just data is gathered and then shipped off and then post-analyzed. I think processes need to become smarter, more automated, and better understand the data that they're receiving. Then that data can be aggregated, normalized, and then that data can be shipped off. Keynotes on the last day for me were the most exciting things about Smart Industry 2015. It was seeing how process is adapting itself to changes in the Internet of Things. There tends to be a lot of focus on infrastructure, but what you don't hear a lot about are the problem space rather that's trying to be solved. So it's interesting to see how things like GE is solving with their digital twin. It's interesting to see, I'm very excited about the Industrial Internet Consortium. I think developing standards, especially on the production standards, is actually the way to go. RTI, listening to that keynote today was very helpful. I've been using the RTI distributed data bus for 4 years now. Having a data-centric architecture really allows you to do things that you just weren't capable of doing several years ago.